We'll start in a minute.
Добрий день, друзі. Я знову вітаю.
Good afternoon, dear friends. Welcome to Ukraine Media Center. I'd like to remind you that we are supported by the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine and Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine. Our hosts are Skyloft Hotels. We would like to thank them on behalf of our team. And now we have with us Vitalii, head of Mykolaiv Oblast State Administration. Good afternoon, Vitalii. Good afternoon. I cannot see you, but good afternoon, everybody. Vitalii, could you please tell us what's going on in your oblast, in your province? What's the situation there? We have all seen that there have already been strikes whereby one of the hospitals in Mykolaiv is hit. So what's the situation in the city and oblast? Should I quote numbers or should I just say something from my own behalf? With numbers probably, but we would also like to hear your evaluation, your assessment. Well, on the total, 628 people are victims, including 161 killed people, including 6 children, 477 wounded people, including 33 children. 2,190 buildings have been fully or partially destroyed or damaged, including 1,658 residential buildings. 85 towns and villages in Bashtansky and Mykolaiv districts have no electricity supply. We have been working on restoring their lack of natural gas supply at 842 sites. About yesterday strike, five sites have been hit in including City Hospital number 5, Baby Home, Oblast Hospital and Laboratory Center. They have been damaged, windows have been broken and so on, but we have been restoring them. About victims. In the city, there has been 15 people, including one person who died. In city of Achakov, 207 people died and 33 people have been wounded. That's about yesterday. So they hit the whole city chaotically. We cannot understand any logic of theirs other than saying that these are just attempts to scare us and to instill some panic here. Vitalii, could you please tell us about assistance? Does your city and your oblast receive any humanitarian aid? And what about evacuation of the people? What's the situation with evacuation at the moment? I will inform you in a minute. So, yeah, we have been receiving assistance. We bring it to our warehouses, and we have distributed 680 tons. Yes, 680 tons of humanitarian aid, and we have some inventory. But the situation in this, on the front lines, in the city of Snegurivka, there is food, but there is some shortage. Now about evacuation. As of April 1, there have been 9,840 people evacuated outside Oblast, including 16 low-mobility persons and 605 children. Within Oblast, 1,691 people, including 995 children, moved to safer places from southern and eastern part of Oblast. And residents of the oblast continue receiving humanitarian aid, first of all, food and necessities. Could you please tell us what's the situation in your oblast about shops and pharmacies? Do they work or partially work, or do you see any problems, any interruptions? Those do work. Not all shops work, but some shops and restaurants do work. Pharmacies, a lot of pharmacies work. We provide them with medicines. There are many pharmacies, a list of in the oblast which work. They only don't work when there is an air alert. Also, we see results of that shelling by invaders, by occupiers in many oblasts, where they purposely hit hospitals, schools, kindergartens. What's going on in Mykolaiv Oblast? Do you see the same trend there in your oblast? Yes, there is the same trend. As I said yesterday, 5 facilities of the Oblast Department of Health have been damaged, as well as 1 private building, 1 car, and a roof of the multiple-story building. And they didn't hit any military facilities in Mykolaiv for some reason. Vitalii, several days ago, head of Luhansk Oblast State Administration asked residents to evacuate, whoever can evacuate. Yesterday, we heard similar appeal from the head of Donetsk Oblast State Administration. Maybe you would also like to address those residing in Mykolaiv Oblast. Or do you see that maybe there is a need to evacuate, or there is no need to evacuate at the moment and the situation is under control? What would you say? Currently, the situation is under control, and I believe that Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast administrations said what they said because they have information about a wide-scale attack, offensive action from 2 sides, and they expect some wide-scale combat action. But here we don't have any offensive action, any attack. I think that we'll have some time, but now city and oblast are open to move around, and I don't see that there is a need to evacuate now. It's the other way. I think we should restore our economy to work like in peaceful times. I hope that our army will throw them away, or there will be some negotiations and the war will come to an end. We have been all watching how those ruins have been checked after that strike against the Oblast State Administration. Are there any new data, any new information? We understand that, unfortunately, the numbers keep increasing. Have you completed it, or are there some safety operations, rescue operations still in place? We have completed rescue operations. There have been 36 people who were killed there. And how many wounded people? Do we have that information? 34 people, as far as I remember, 34. Thank you for this information. Could you please tell us, Vitalii, how what is the general spirit among residents of Mykolaiv? As far as I understand, everybody has joined efforts and everybody is doing something, helping our army. Like people are consolidating in Mykolaiv. Do you feel it really? You know, when we say consolidated, it's not even the right word. We are like one family, and city administration and local residents and volunteers, everybody keeps working like one family. After this information we've seen in Bucha and Irpin, people are even more angry and even more inspired, like nobody wants to see it anywhere worldwide, not to mention city of Mykolaiv. And everybody has been working twice better, even more. And people are very angry when they see that such things happening in Europe. And all of us have been working toward the same goal, which is bringing this war to an end with our victory. Thank you. Dear journalists, do you have any questions? You're welcome. Vitalii, your information has been so complete that I don't see any questions in our studio. Thank you very much for finding time and joining us here. Thank you for all that work you have been doing there 24/7. Maybe if you have something to add, you're welcome. Yeah. Please send me air defense rockets and as many artillery shells as projectiles as possible. Thank you for your good battle spirit. Thank you for being with us. I'd like to remind you that this has been Vitalii Kim, head of Mykolaiv Oblast administration. Thank you for joining us. And at 3 p.m. we'll have Vadim Boychenko, city mayor of city of